Hey, the first thing I want to show you is some of the CRM workspace. Now, as you see here, there are a set of 6 apps. This is sort of a standard CRM workspace setup that we do for most of our clients. Um, and you can also show them that this activity stream can be a great place to log sort of centralizing information, reports, very simple Podio reports. Um, that they may want to look at. Also give them links, their staff links to specific material, inside Podio, whatever it is. So the way we tend to build CRMs is to make sure that there's a company, department, and contacts app, those three. And that's because a lot of times if you're migrating data from another system, you'll find like with Sage or Act or a number of those older systems, Access, you'll find that they have multiple records for the same company in order to track different departments, and that's really sloppy data. So in Podio, because it's we can have relationship fields between everything, we're able to actually say, okay, well look, let's have one app, one record for the company, one master record for the company, and then multiple departments or locations or offices, and then individual contacts can be related to all of those. So one contact can be related to this company, but also this department. And that is a much cleaner way of doing the data. It also means that when you're automating data, you can go straight to the company, you can get lists of all the people, all the departments, create tables of all the companies via, with the departments and the people in those departments, whatever you want. Um, You'll also know we have an email log. Now, this is a centralizing email log, assuming that everybody is sending, in essence, public emails. We can also create this exact same thing privately so that each person has their own email log, but still is able to relate all the emails to everything in Podio. Now, that means that the emails are in Podio. They're tracked against the things we want them to track, but they are private unless you give people access. That is a really nice feature because it means that I can have all my emails in here. I can relate them to the right people, the companies, the projects, the sales opportunities, but not everyone can see them unless I give them access. So finally, you see the diary and the communications log. Now, communications log is something I'm going to demonstrate right now as well, and that is that's the app that smartphone installs for you in order to track phone calls and SMSs. I'm going to demonstrate that to you. And then diary is a shared diary that where everyone can track their own activities, and it's a very easy way of seeing multiple people's diaries at once, at being able to look at everybody's diaries, and being able to manage a whole company's calendar. Now, again, just like email log, we can do private versions of those as well. Um, it really just depends on the company. You've got complete flexibility, is my point. Just to give you some little examples of automations that save time, and maybe just something that can help. When you're in, for instance, the company's app, um, you'll see here, we've got 27 dummy companies here, of which 2 of them aren't dummies, Citrix and Game Changers. But when you're in here, all of this information, of course, as you know, is completely customizable. This is kind of a standard setup we use, but any information they want to track, they can track. Um, and of course, because this is a relationship database, if I click on Jordan Fleming as a relationship owner, it will take me straight to that employee's app. If I click on head office and I want to see more details about this, it'll take me straight to that app and straight to that item. So those are sort of key little bits. Um, Now, like we've tend to add in, you'll see all across our systems, we tend to add in these little actions fields, and actions are clickable buttons in essence that do things. In this case, we're in the departments, and we want to create a contact for Game Changers, the Glasgow department. To do that, all we do is create a contact button. um, that system has now gone ahead and has created the new contact, and there it is in the last created field, and I can click on it and I can fill in the name. So test name, test. You see that the related company and the related department are already there. and the relationship owner is set as to whomever creates the contact. So these are just little things that you can do to make everything a little bit easier for people. Likewise, if we look at the Glasgow head office again, um, and you'll see here that we've got Jordan, my CRM card is also a related item. If I go to my CRM card, you can see here that what we've got is obviously the phone numbers and email address information and the links, but we also have a set of communication history. So because we've been using my contact to do a lot of test phone calls in the demo, you can see these are clickable phone calls that take you directly to those phone logs. Same as SMS if we had any, and same with any meetings and email logs. So if I want to create an email, I click the button. You see there, oh, it's just created a brand new email log. I can click on it. I can fill in the subject, demo subject. Immediately you see that it's date and time stamped it. It's made the log owner as the Podio user who clicked the button. It's related immediately the contact and the company. I can choose what sort of you know uh, communication type it is. It says that it's outbound, and over here, because we've activated Globe Email, which is an email functionality, I can simply click Compose with New Message, and it opens up a browser-based email composer. It says who I am, it gives my email address. That's two. I can put in a CC if I want. It searches Podio. I'm not going to bother. And then we can completely adjust the signature. This is just a simple one I put in, but it can have logos and everything. And I'll just say hi there. And all of the conversations will be tracked in Podio. So that's again another great, no more having to use Outlook and all these other tools. They can do everything in the system. Um, Diary is very much what you'd expect. The diary, we tend to add one centralized, just a little hint, one centralized diary app. When we first started building Podio, we had loads of different like activities apps. Here's a project activities app. Here's a sales activities app. Here's a support activities app. The problem is that that spreads out a lot of detail across the system and doesn't allow a centralized place for the whole company to see what's going on across everybody. So having one diary app is actually better, and you can track project work, you can track support, sales, marketing, whatever you want. And because you can add relationship fields to any part of your Podia system, it doesn't really matter. So I can then put a relationship link to a projects app and say, well, this is project work and relate it to that project. That means I can filter down across all the projects to see all activities for this project. Um, you also, given that we can have a filter, we tend to put in a current week diary so everyone can see what's going on. In this case, there's only two, but if I add one, just add a quick test meeting, test agenda. We'll say it's sales. We'll say it was yesterday. It's from 12 till 2. Internal, I'm actually going to make it someone else. Let's make it Jordan Fleming, the other card, and Andrew Cranston. And external, we'll add Sandra. Meeting location you can put in here. It doesn't really matter where you post it. It'll obviously populate with the map. And if I wanted to choose that it was a product, or I said it was sales, wasn't it? Sales, I can select which pipeline it's about. So that again, all that data is linked. That way I can see how many meetings I've had for one specific sales pipeline. That also means I can count up how many hours that I've used to win a sale, or how many. That's an automatic way of counting up how many hours we've used on a project. In this case, I'll just select one. Saving the diary act. You can see it immediately relates the company in the background. If I then go to Sandra's card, she will have a record of that meeting against her CRM card. So you see there, that's just been created. Those are really important elements of the system because I can then very quickly see the whole history of communication with every individual contact. Final thing I want to just show you is the communications, the phone system. So we actually are founding, Game Changers are founding members of the smartphone, which is the first ever VoIP phone system built specifically for Podio. This is an amazing way of adding full phone functionality to Podio systems for your clients. And it's particularly suitable if you've got clients who've got multiple offices, people working remotely, etc. Because their phone system can go with them wherever they travel, via mobile phone or via laptop. That means no special phone systems, no IT infrastructure. It's purely web based and it is a very rock solid, powerful phone. They can buy numbers all over the world in about 45, 50 countries, and they can make local calls all over the world sitting anywhere. Give you an example here. Here I've just logged into our demo account, which you have access to. And as we invite you into Podio, we're going to invite you into this as well. Um, Please bear in mind that we're paying for these phone calls, so don't just make hour-long phone calls for no reason, because ultimately Game Changers and a smartphone team with SwiftPod are paying for the phone calls. But please do demonstrate it and use it because it's a great way of showing people another awesome feature that Podio has and how well it's integrated. To show you how well it's integrated, I'm just going to go into contacts because we can actually click to dial your phone directly from Podio by installing a very simple and free Google Chrome extension. So if I scroll down to our phone numbers, you see because we've installed this, it says call with smartphone. All I then have to do is click the button, it opens up, and the phone is now ringing. This is actually ringing Sandra, who is working with me in my Polish office, and she is just going to quickly answer the phone and she's now on the call with us. While we're on the call, just to give you an example, I'm going to mute myself so I can't hear the feedback loop. A couple things to show people. Number one, you can start taking notes. These are notes on the call, and you can take as many notes as you want. Two, if you want to go back to their record, and of course you already have it open, but if it was an inbound call, you could click there and it'll take you straight to the record. Three, it shows that it's an outbound call. It shows you which phone number from your phone system is being used to make the call. That's really useful when it comes in, so you know how to answer the call. It shows Sandra. It shows a picture if you've got a picture. It shows the company she's associated with and the number that's being called or has called you. I'm just going to hang up now, and I have the option to finalize the call. Finalizing the call. These statuses are 100% customizable by your clients for your client systems. Busy, no answer, and answered do are standard ones that need to stay, but the rest you can have as completely customized, which means you can add ones that will be used to trigger Globiflow. So if it is like create lead, create sales opportunity, you can select it, and a sales opportunity can be automatically created by Globiflow. In this case, I'll just say answered. If I go back in, you'll see here that a new call has been added. Here we go. And if I go here, the contact, this is the call log automatically created by our smartphone system. It automatically links to Sandra, gives you the date and time, gives you the smartphone number being used and the number you called. It says it's an outgoing call. It says the status I selected. It gives you the duration. The call owner is actually whomever in smartphone initiated or received the call. It's automatic, so people can track metrics around, you know, how many calls has so and so done, what's the average duration, all that sort of stuff. Those call notes that I took are immediately synced, and the call recording, if you choose to do a recording, is right there. So, and if it's a voicemail, if it goes to voicemail, the voicemail's right there. So, 100% you've got a synced phone system to Podio. Now, that means I could also add a relationship field here to projects and sales opportunities, and I could make sure that all my phone calls, inbound and outbound, are related to the correct support contract, project, or sales opportunity. That's a hugely powerful CRM element that Podio can do with smartphone, and that we set up as standard for our clients, and something you can show people as a way of giving them an opportunity. Access can't do that. Sage that can't do that. It's something that we can do in Podio with the power of Podio. So hopefully this shows you a basic overview of the CRM workspace and the phone system. We'll do some more detailed things around reporting on people, and we're going to install some dashboards for you. But at least this gives you a sense of how CRMs can be set up very well, and how some of the functionality that you can demonstrate using this system to your prospective clients or to your share file clients that you're upgrading into Podio. Thanks very much.